This is where we spark change, ignite hope, and empower you to take control. It's time to rewrite the script. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Rewriting the Script. I'm your host, Sasha, and this is where we spark change, ignite hope, and empower you to take control. And on today's episode, we got somebody that's coming back.
Hi, I'm Mikah Amir. You guys might remember me from the first episode, Self-Love and Growth Coach. And I'm back again. Hey.
So what's going on, my
Girl.
friend?
Everything. So I'm actually getting ready to, I guess I'm going to call it my sabbatical. I'm going to be taking a year off of work,
sabbatical.
school. I will graduate August 1st with my master's
Congratulations.
degree. Thank you guys. But yeah, I'm taking a year off and I'm moving to Thailand. So I officially will be out of here July 28th. And I'm going to Vietnam first. And then after that, I'll be in Chiang Mai, Thailand. And just taking that year off to like really figure out who I am outside of the military, who I am as a woman, who I want to be. So rebuilding that relationship with God, finding out, my new hobbies and working on my health and fitness. I started my vegan journey again.
Let's go vegan.
July 1st. So I'm going to see how that goes because they have a lot of vegan and vegetarian options out there.
Okay.
So I think the main thing for me, the struggle here was, I guess, convenience. Out there, because I'm lazy sometimes. So it's very convenient out there because everywhere, the 7-Eleven, the gas stations, everywhere has vegan options. So
I was about to say too, yeah, I heard like they eat pretty healthy out there too. So
yeah, everything.
That sounds like good. So Japan, oh my God. So what are you looking forward to? Like,
I do go to Japan first, but I'm going to Thailand is my final stop.
Thailand,
but yeah, Japan, I do. I go there for 24 hours.
Okay.
So Japan for me is like my second home. I was stationed there for 2 years back during the pandemic, actually. So I get to make a stop there, and I'm there for like 24 hours, and I cannot wait to eat. I am probably gonna have some ramen. It's probably gonna be vegetarian, not vegan, but I'm gonna have my boiled egg.
That sounds good.
I cannot wait, but yeah, that's like my second home. So I'll make a stop there, and then from there, Vietnam and all of that.
This
I'm
sounds
ready.
so interesting. Oh my God, that's big. That's major.
I know. It's getting real now.
Yeah.
Like the time to prepare for it, like quitting my job and applying for visas and all that stuff. Like, I don't know, I was nervous about it, and now I'm just like, it's finally here. I'm like, it's getting real.
Yeah. That's good though. It's a new start, new journey. Different. I mean, you said you've been, but like actually living there.
Yeah.
Transitioning.
Yeah,
I know that's
different.
something big. So, I'm excited for you. I'm looking forward to hear your experiences, and I know you're going to do great and good out there. So, what transpired Thailand?
Thailand for me, I guess living in Japan and having that experience out there, everybody is super nice in Asian countries. Because I've been to Japan and I've been to Indonesia, which are both Asian countries, and I don't experience racism or everybody's just super nice and friendly, and it's a different feel out there than in America. And I would say, like, growing up, especially as a dark-skinned Black woman, a lot of people have stereotyped me and feel like I'm angry or I'm mean, or like I've had people even say something to me and would kind of like step back and feel like I was going to be angry with them or something like that. So going out there, it's like I feel like I could be free. I can wear my natural hair. They love it and embrace it out there. And it's very clean too. So that's kind of what made me want to choose Thailand. Yeah. Aside from like the cost of living, of course, that's like one of the major things. The cost of living out there is very inexpensive. So the stuff that we get here, rent and stuff being $1,600 plus out there, like my rent's gonna be $500.
Oh, that's USD, what I'm about to say.
With the pool.
Like
yep.
Yeah, I'm behind.
Come on. Come on.
So so when you say, okay, so let's talk about that. Like you said people, perceive you as being angry or mean. Yeah. What do you think makes, or have you ever heard a reason why, or like what do you think like why people would perceive you?
Yeah, I think a lot of social media, I think a lot of movies that Black people are depicted in, and maybe not just for dark-skinned women, but maybe just Black women in general, just the way that we are like depicted in movies and shows and things like that. I think, especially like overseas and stuff. I wouldn't say Asia, but maybe so like Europe. Europe is very mean from my experience. But I feel like the stuff that people see on TV is kind of what makes people have these stereotypes. And then also like a lack of knowledge or information. They're just going based off what they hear or what they see on these TV shows. Like I came across a guy when I was active duty who had never been around Black people at all. He was homeschooled, very sheltered. He would say unhinged things that may have came off as like low-key racist or, you know, stereotypical and stuff like that. And I learned to correct them because I had a conversation. I think it was my mom. I called her on my lunch break right after he said something to me. I forgot. He had made like a comment on my hair or something else, and I didn't like it. And I wanted to call him out on it. But in the military, you can't really do that. You can't cuss anybody out. Not saying I would cuss them out, but I guess when it comes to conflict, when it's somebody in a higher level or higher position, it's hard to have those conversations. So I called my mom on my lunch break, and she was like, don't get angry with him. Like, just educate him on that and let him know, like, it's not okay for you to say that. And when you do that, don't do it in a room full of people. Pull him aside and do it so it's not embarrassing. And I did that, and that's when I learned that he was homeschooled. He had never been around any other people besides white people, besides his family, really, his siblings and his uncles and things like that. So him coming into the military was his first time being around Black people, but not just Black people, Hispanics and every other culture.
Right.
So
that makes sense too. Like, I'm glad that you did it that way too, because I feel like when we try to when it's time for confrontation, I feel like it's either two ways. We either go at it like rah rah rah, or like we get real defensive and like lash out, or we just avoid
it altogether.
Yeah. And I feel like, you know, for me at least, it's not what you say. Like, I can take criticism if I hurt your feelings, or if you ever feel some type of way with anybody. I can take you coming to me and saying I offended you.
Right.
But it's not what you do. I mean, it's not what you say, it's how you say it as well. Yeah. So like if a person coming to me and they trying to explain like I offended you, but the way you approaching me is like you being rude and disrespectful about it, my guard is up.
Right.
And that's gonna make me not want to interact with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you come to me like, hey, you know, listen, like this offended me, explain, blah blah blah, whatever, you know, I'll apologize, you know what I'm saying, to anybody. Yeah. About something. But I feel like we as people, like we so quick to just lash out at people. And you know, another thing I don't like is like, and I'm just now learning this too, is like you got to give people grace, because you don't know what they going through at the time or in the middle. And I'm not excusing people's behavior. Sometimes people just don't know. Like one thing I don't like, and I hate this, I hate going to restaurants with people.
Oh, and have a problem with everything.
Yeah, or now I want to say with everything, like say if like the waitress like mess up or something, you know, they just instantly like, you know, you want to attack the waitress and not give them no grace. Not only that, people can spit in your food.
Yeah, that's
what
I'm saying. Literally.
So I don't want
to tell my grandma that.
I don't want my food spit in. I don't want my food touched. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I work fast food, okay? Like, I worked at a couple restaurants.
You have to be respectful.
Some burgers stepped on.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Never mind. Sorry. I just seen somebody from the podcast. I'm sorry.
From the episode you did?
Not the podcast, but he got his own podcast. He a big podcaster, and he just walked past.
Oh, wow.
Sorry. But, dang, that just threw me off. But yeah, I don't want my food spit in, you know what I'm saying? Like, and also too, maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe, you know,
they could have been working.
Yeah.
Like, they could have been taking somebody else's shift. It's like so many factors.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I just feel like we don't have to be rude. First of all, if we want to be honest, we are supposed to lead with love. We're supposed to be, and that's one of God's commandments, do everything in love. You know what I'm saying? And I get it can get frustrating, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes we feel entitled just because you're spending some money somewhere, you feel entitled or you feel bigger than a waitress. A lot of people feel like, oh, because somebody's a waitress, you could just talk to them any kind of way. You
Yeah,
get what
and
I'm
that's
saying?
not
Stuff
how
like,
it
and
is.
you can't do
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they're a human being just as well. This is how they make their living. And also, you don't know what people going through. So sometimes give them people, no, not sometimes, give them people grace. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of
Also,
people.
if you don't like, I'm the type of person, like, oh, because you got a bad waitress, you're not going to tip. I don't do that.
Exactly. Yeah, me either. I
I've
tip
had
regardless.
multiple, I've had multiple bad experiences, and I still left a tip. You get what I'm saying? And that's just me. Like God has like changed my mindset so much, and you know it. I don't care what nobody think, and that's just how I feel. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
great place to be.
And also too, we're supposed to not even to be confined to this world anyway. So
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
okay that I think differently. We can disagree.
I feel like
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
I feel like we got a similar mindset when it comes to that because I have a lot of patience.
Me too.
So
now I do.
yeah, I have a lot of patience, and I always give people grace. But that sometimes, for me, I think it could be a bad thing because I think I was sacrificing my own comfort because I don't like conflict. Old me would run away from conflict. But now I feel like I still don't like conflict, but I'll face it and say and speak up when I have to speak up. But a lot of times I would like sacrifice my own peace and not say anything because I don't want the confrontation. I don't want to make anybody upset, or I just want everything to be smooth sailing.
Yeah.
So, and that's not good because then later on I blow up and get angry and then
like, and that's good that you said that because that's the same with me. Like I used to I think a lot of people are not, they used to the old me where I don't say nothing if something bothers me.
Yeah.
Now I speak up a lot, you know,
created
and
that
then it's
boundary,
just like, you know, I see like, you know, the little, you know how people could be, like, you
they
know,
say like little
but
shade
no, like,
comments and stuff.
or stuff like that. But no, like now I don't be quiet. I'm gonna say how I feel, and I'll be respectful about it. You know what I'm saying? Also, like we have different opinions. I have different opinions from other people now as well, and like I had to learn that it's okay to express how I feel. Like anger, I'm glad we're talking about that because a lot of people wanted me to touch on that anger part. So anger for me is something that I always looked at as is a bad thing. Like if you get angry, that's bad. So I would never allow myself to express anger. I would like, you know, let people just say whatever or not speak how I really felt, you know, and something like I experienced is like after my divorce, I will lash out. Like even at the smallest little thing, I will lash out.
At anybody or him?
Not just him, anybody,
Oh,
anything.
wow.
And but most part him. And during that time though, I didn't allow my express like during the divorce, I didn't allow myself to express anger. I would just like, you know, act like it didn't bother me or like I was so peaceful about the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Especially about things that I should have lashed out about that I didn't lash out about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, or I don't want to say shouldn't. I felt like I had the right to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't. Which it wasn't the right thing to do. Like, let's keep it at 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, afterwards, I found myself any little thing like he would do to like piss me off or get on, like, I would just get the going down to him like you this, you that, anything with the kids, oh, da, 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 da. You know, women can we hurt with words. So me and my therapist was talking about it, and I was telling her like, you know what? I think I figured it out. I'm like, I think because I've held that in, I held my anger in so much. Now I didn't allow myself to express it during that time. Now I'm expressing it afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
And I was coming back 10 times harder than what it would have initially been.
Yeah, I don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
So we kind of like had to sit down and come up with a healthy way for me to express my anger. You get what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Sometimes we want to scream and we want to yell. But that, when you get into a yelling match with somebody, that makes things worse. You don't get anywhere. And it just go downhill from there. So for me, like now, if I need to cry, if I need to scream, like I'll go do it in the pillow. I'll go in a room or something and do it on my own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, or I'll get off the phone. If I see the conversation not going, it's going left.
You gonna get off
Or with anybody, I'll be like, can we come back to this conversation? You know what I'm saying? Like, I do that. I don't and then another thing, it's okay to come back later and talk about something.
That's something I do.
You know, something is not good to talk about it in the heat of the moment because, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Emotions are high and involved, you know. And anger is okay. Like, you know, I just always believe that, you know, oh, you're not supposed to be angry. Like, but in actuality, God made all emotions. He got angry.
Exactly.
He gets upset.
Exactly. Just about the way that you handle those things. Yeah.
And when he gets upset with us, though, like, God handles us in love. You know what I'm saying? He don't sit there and be like, just like, you know, we think he gonna rain wrath on us and stuff. Like, literally, I think God corrects us in love. That's how I feel, or whatever. And I feel like we supposed to do the same thing. You know,
it should be like that. But I think, especially like us going to therapy. Like, I've been in therapy for maybe 4 years now. And they probably gave you the same thing, or maybe like the feelings chart.
Where
you
can
kinda,
I got mine.
Chart. You can articulate. So I guess for anyone that doesn't know what the feelings chart is, it's pretty much a big wheel of feelings, and it'll have anger, sadness, happy, joy, and then it will break it down into each individual thing, so you can kind of figure out why I'm feeling this way, and then it'll give you some ways on how to handle that emotion and things like that. But again, for anger, for me, I have so much patience, and that with the not wanting confrontation, I would do the same thing. I would hold things in, and then for me, when it came out in like the worst possible way ever. Like, I've destroyed people's rooms before.
What, Micah?
I know. I think that might be a little bit Gemini too. But I don't know. And that's something that I need to unpack in therapy too. But I found out it was because I was holding things in. So then when I get upset, I'm bringing up stuff from last year. I'm bringing up stuff you said 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago. Little small things, I guess, to validate my feelings of anger. But I'll do a quick story. When I first got to my first base in Japan, one of my supervisors, she used to yell at us every single day. And me being new to the military, because that's what they, show us on TV or on, just videos and stuff like that, you're going to be yelled at, which is true, but they don't yell at you like that when you're operational. And if you are active duty or, veteran or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So she literally would be yelling at me every single day. And I'm brand new, still learning the job. Still didn't even finish like the online training or whatever. And one day I just snapped on her, and I had no control of what I was saying or anything. And I cussed at her and everything. They gave me the rest of the day off, the next day off for Memorial Day. And then when I came back to work the next week, they told me they was moving me to a different building. So I pretty much got fired from that job. And I had only been there for like 2 weeks. But the thing is, the reason that they didn't give me paperwork or anything for it or write me up for it was because I had like a valid point. And then that's when I finally spoke up and let them know, like, hey, this is how she was treating me from day one, blah, blah, blah. After I came forward, everybody else started coming forward. We're like, yeah, she yelled at me and she did A, B, and C and stuff like that. But I guess the point was I held all my anger up to the point where I'm spazzing out on sergeants and people that I shouldn't even be having conversations with for real.
Yeah, you held all those emotions in.
So everything started coming out. Granted, she was yelling at me and following me, which the only person that's ever done that is my mom. Yeah. So don't yell at me and follow me at the same time. But
I was about to say too, I feel like that we shouldn't wait. It's not good to wait.
Yeah.
You know what too? It's not good to wait, like, to bring up something. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how, like, say, like, when you get into it with somebody or somebody come and tell you, hey, this bothered me when you did this, and you like, oh, well, remember when, da 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 da, this bothered me. That's not good. Yeah. That's not cool. Like, you shouldn't do that, because don't wait until somebody address something with you about what you did, how you offended them to say how they offended you.
Yeah.
And that's in anything. That's in relationships. Like, don't wait till your spouse say how you made them feel, and then you be like, well, you did this and da da da. Yeah. That's something I had to learn as well. Like, now it's like, you know, you don't, oh, first of all, that's tit for tat.
Yeah.
And then also, you don't wait until somebody brings up something to say, oh, well, remember when you did that? No, that's not okay. Or
At
whatever.
all. Because then it's taking away, like, the shine. Not the shine, but, like, the moment of the person expressing how they feel. Because now you're not even listening to what I'm saying. You just trying to get one over me.
And it makes what? The situation worse, because now we just going back and forth. Well, you did this and you did this. We're not going to get nowhere doing that.
Exactly.
You know, so I don't think that's okay. I feel like, once again, when you are, and if you feel like too, they got anger management classes, you know, for people who, if you feel like you need to learn how to if you get very, very explosive and want to throw stuff and hit stuff and stuff like that, you know, they have things where you can manage that. You know, I just feel like there's alternative routes for those type of anger. I know it could get there. Trust me. I've never done that, but I know you can get there to the point where you want to hurt somebody, you know, and it should never get to that point. But they have alternate routes, you know what I'm saying? Like, go to a range room. If you feel like you got built up anger or something, go to a range room and get the swinging on, like, stuff. You know, they got stuff you could break now. Like, go in there and let that out. You know, like, and I just encourage people to go seek help. Like, go get some therapy and anger management classes and stuff like that. You know, because anger could also get you into some big trouble. Like, you just don't want it to go somewhere where you can never come back from.
Exactly.
Because it can get there, you know.
I don't even, I mean, I'm not dating anybody right now. But like when I was in the dating pool, I wouldn't even date people that would tell me like, oh, they punch holes in the walls or just little things like that. Like, to me, that's a red flag.
Yeah, because you can't control yourself. Yeah. That means you cannot. It's no excuse. That's one. I'm sorry. No, it's no excuse. Like, y'all be wanting to be like, well, they shouldn't have did this. No, you have to. I get it. What they did is not okay. Whatever they did, you know what I'm saying? Said, whatever. But that gives us no excuse to want to hit people, go break their things, touch their stuff. That does not give you the right to do that. You got to learn self-control, literally. Because then now you're in jail. Now you're somewhere you ain't, but now you got a case against you that you ain't want.
Or a car accident.
Yeah, like, things go left all because of a quick second and a quick moment because you can't control your anger. No, don't never let nobody get you to that point where you breaking their stuff, you bleaching their clothes, you putting your hands on them. Don't let nobody get you to that point. If it gets to that point, you just need to walk away. walk away.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
That's how I knew I was out of character too. Like, the times where I got super angry. Because again, like I said, I have a lot of patience. And for me, I feel like everything can be solved with like a conversation. Yeah, so I would get a lot of these reactions. Most of the times where I've been super angry, besides that incident at work, would be like relationships. And those were the things that would get me that angry. Yeah. But if I'm to the point where I'm destroying your room or want to damage your car and stuff like that, then it's time for me to go, because now I'm acting out of character. Because why are you? It's toxic. Yeah, that's very toxic. Yeah. So,
you know, and people be thinking that's cute, and that's not cute. Yeah, it's like, like, no. I really, and not only that, I feel like, I was about to say they seen that, and also I feel like that makes them feel like, like they got you. Like, that shows them, even with women too, like, you letting somebody show that they have the best of you. Like, no, nobody, that's not cute. It's not. I'm sorry, you know, and no, that don't mean somebody love you just because, oh, I'm about to break this, they fighting her. That's not cute. Nobody should be fighting over nobody. You should be keeping your head, like I said, if it gets to that point, you shouldn't be in that, and that's it, and that's all.
And I think I did a lot of that stuff too. I also feel like I wasn't feeling heard in those relationships. And I'm not using this as an excuse, but I think this is the reason behind it. I didn't feel heard in those relationships. So my reaction of me destroying the room was almost like me trying to get attention. Like, no, I'm upset. Like, I'm really upset, because I would let things go, again, just to keep the peace and have the relationship, because I love this person and I done told people about them and stuff like that. I want to, keep the image that we're good and stuff like that. I want to break up. So I would let a lot of stuff slide. And then when I would get angry, I feel like it was almost like a cry for help. Like, no, like I'm not playing this time. I need you to listen to me this time. So I feel like I've been in a lot of relationships where I haven't felt heard. Yeah. Or they feel like maybe they didn't take my emotions seriously because I'm super chill for the most part. Like I say, like when I get angry or whatever, or I don't know, I don't show emotion, I guess, as much as other people would. I'm more laid back. So if I'm mad at somebody, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm mad or whatever. Oh, that made me mad, but I don't react. So they want to take my emotions seriously, I think.
Yeah, same. I'm emotional. I know I'm emotional, and I'm okay. I just like whoever I marry, or if when I get remarried, or whatever, they gon' like I just know the person. Whoever I'm dealing with gonna have to learn like that I'm emotional. You get what I'm saying, and learn how to deal with that because that's just me. Like I'm very sensitive, and I'm okay with that. And I used to be made feel like, oh, you. That's why like it triggers me. That's a trigger for me. When somebody say you sensitive, like I instantly get triggered because I was always made to feel like that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing. That's just who I am. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so like you said, you haven't been heard. I used to then feel heard. Like if I'm explaining to you and I'm telling you, and it's just like, don't dismiss my feelings. Like, oh, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I remember I got told like, them tears don't move me.
Oh.
Like, yeah. Like, I was like, I think like afterwards, I'm like, I am really with the wrong
person. Yeah, no, for real.
Like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's one thing not to understand like your emotions because it's your emotions, and your partner or whoever, they don't have to necessarily understand it, but they should at least validate them and recognize like, okay, she's upset. Like,
I just like I used to feel like I was with, and like, but that's just that person. Yeah. And it was just like, once again, like I feel like, you know, your person got, I don't want to say match with you, but they have to learn to deal with you and be okay and make you feel comfortable and safe as well. And that's why I just say like that person wasn't for me because like you can't be dismissive. Like I just felt like I was with a person who was like, well, at least for me, just emotional. How can I say the word? Like emotionless,
emotionally unavailable.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say for me, cause I don't even want to say. Well, I guess yeah. Yeah, like
that's how you feel.
That's what I'm saying for me. Yeah. Like at least emotionally unavailable for me because I just used to feel like this person didn't care how I felt.
Yeah, or like, he didn't have emotional intelligence.
Intelligence, that's the word. Thank you. Okay.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't either because I didn't know how to articulate my emotions as well. So I just learned emotional intelligence. Yeah. You know, like even with my kids, I'm teaching my kids emotional intelligence now. And you got to learn to say how you feel. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn to be like, okay, this is like you said, the wheels that help.
Wheel helps
a lot, so much. And I'm so glad my therapist like put me on that because I'm able to articulate how I feel. And what's crazy is maybe who the person, because now I could say it's better. Like even when we get into it now, we could break things down better. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, it was just a lot of lack of information. You know what I'm saying? How to deal with somebody as well. So, which is cool. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. I was gonna say when you said that, it made me think that knowing your emotions and having that emotional intelligence, it helps with communicating. Because I feel like I've been in places or been with people and they're like, I don't know how you're feeling. Like, I can't help you if you don't tell me how you're feeling. Yeah. But having that will and stuff and be able to like articulate my emotions, it helps with communication because then I can let this person know like, you made me feel this and blah, blah, blah. So now I feel unwanted or now I feel unheard and stuff like that. So it helps with communication for sure.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's coming full circle now. Like I see what the will is doing. I let the will.
Yeah, and then learn the communication too, like to communicate with people in general, like, and teaching my kids. Like it's just so at this age because it's nothing wrong with being in your 30s, and it's like I'm unlearning so much. I'm reparenting myself, and I'm unlearning a lot of things. And it's like I'm teaching them at the same time as well. So sometimes I feel a little heavy because it's like when I make a mistake or I act a way how I used to act or respond how I used to respond. Sometimes I get disappointed in myself, but I know I'm human and I'm still like
it's all a part of the
learning
process.
things. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not perfect. So maybe I might not always make that right, choose the right way to handle something, you know. So
that's growth within itself too, but being self-aware to know like, oh man, like I reverted back to my, old ways. Yeah, having that self-awareness is growth itself. So
like it's hard, but it's okay. Like, it's not too hard, but it's hard.
Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely catch myself doing the same thing sometimes, maybe running away from conflict. Like I had a job a few months ago that I didn't like. And sometimes like I find myself getting nervous to have conversations with him, either bringing ideas to the table, or if it's something that I didn't agree with or something, like I would just get nervous. But I had to give myself a pep talk. I'm like, I'm not running away from conflict like I used to, because it's gonna end up the same way. So just having that self-awareness.
Yeah, I was just laughing because I do
You do
the pep talks. I be talking, girl. I will have a whole conversation in my car. Like, listen, Sasha, it's okay, okay. You didn't do this. Next time you do this, blah, blah, blah. You didn't handle it how you wanted to handle. It's okay, okay. Blah, blah, blah. Like I be really in there talking. Like I'm having to sit down with myself, which is good. That's not a a great thing.
A good thing.
Because first of all, that's accountability is one. Two, it's kind of like you talking yourself back in the game.
Exactly.
Okay, this is where you went wrong. All right, what do you know to do? Go back to what you learned. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I just love like this new era as well as like handling things differently than what I'm used to, especially like with my kids, because I just want to break all those generational curses.
Yeah.
It's okay, y'all, to like raise your kids differently than what your family is used to. You get what I'm saying? All that yelling and all that. Something like I've been doing with my kids now is like when they do get in trouble or they do something and I'm correcting them about something, and my kids do get popped. They don't get popped like they like whipped like they used to, but I do discipline. And it's rare, like rare,
right,
that my kids get popped. But I also, what I do now is I make my kids still know that they're loved.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'll give them a hug and explain to them now, like, this is why you're getting in trouble. This is why da-da-da now. And I didn't used to do that. And I could see a difference too. Like, because one thing I've learned is kids can be made to feel like we try to prove because this is what I used to do. You you think you have to earn love.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And you don't have to earn love from nobody. Love should be just genuinely given.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Especially like your kids, we don't want to make them feel like they need to earn love, because then they're going to go to the wrong places
to find
that love
and
that they're searching
people
for.
Pleasers, yeah, and all that stuff. Yep.
And that's what I try to teach my kids, like, you're still loved even if you did something incorrectly. Like I have been working on with my daughter. My daughter is a great student. She's an A and B student. And her grades had kind of dropped a little bit, and I had noticed like I don't think I handled it right. I believe I handled it in the wrong way. So I had to, okay, how can I fix this without making her feel like she has to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, oh, because you got to see this one time.
Yeah.
You're not great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to be better in that. Like with her grades, if her grades drop or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Figure out, okay, why your grades drop? Let's talk about it first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Investigate instead of, oh, why, you know what I'm saying? Because that will be me. Like, soon as I seen her grade, because I know my daughter. My daughter is not a C student.
Exactly.
She's an A and B student. So immediately when I see a C on her report card, which, okay, if she drops to the C, it's okay. Now, I know that, but not to make her feel ashamed or bad about it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to work in that area as well. And I just want us to know that, like, we deserve love, even if we, do things good or bad. And you don't want your kids to feel like a burden. Like, I don't tell them, I try. I'm working on that as well. It's like saying like, oh, you get on my nerves. Like, you know, you don't want to say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to make your kids feel like a burden on you, or they're annoying to you, or they're making things more stressful. Like, I'm just learning all this stuff because, like, what made me think about that is I seen this story, and the lady said that her kid wrote her a letter and they committed, you know, suicide because in the letter it said, "I'm sorry, mommy, now I'm not a burden on you."
Oh wow.
Like, the kid felt like it was there was a burden on that mom, you know, and that made me think like, dang. Okay. I don't want my kids to ever feel like, you know, they're you know what I'm saying? Like, they're a problem. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just working in that area on just handling my stress better, or when I feel overwhelmed and not making them feel like it's their fault. And like, you know, I do know, like, as moms, sometimes when we get overstimulated and stressed out, we take it on.
Right.
9 times 10, the kids get the butt end of that because you stressing, you yelling.
Came from work.
You just, yeah. And, you know, that's something we shouldn't do, you know, because like I said, not it don't be having nothing to do with them. We just be already stressed, you know. So I'm working notes. Like, me being honest and open and transparent. That's something I've been working on, you know, and just being I feel like there's always room to be better.
Always.
And I really want to work on that area with bettering myself as I'm, you know, how I handle my kids.
Yeah.
So
you got me taking notes. You know, I don't have any kids yet, but when you said explaining why they were getting in trouble, I feel like I never heard the why enough. So I think it's good that you taking that direction and like telling them like, hey, this is why you're getting in trouble. This is the steps. Like, moving forward, this is what you need to do, and even looking into her grades to figure out, you know, what's going on. Like, it could be so many other factors. So the fact that you're doing that, I feel like it's great, because without hearing the why, sometimes you get, like, for me, I would say I was bad. Like, well, I wouldn't say I was bad the whole time I was growing up, but I had my era where I was like really rebellious and I was bad. But
I don't like when people like call kids bad.
Yeah,
I don't like that,
because sometimes they're just curious. Like, in my case, I was curious because nobody ever told me the why. So
because I feel like when kids hear things, this is why I say I'm learning a lot. Like, I'm not great. I mean, I'm great, but I'm not perfect is what I'm saying. And why I say that, when you was like, you know, I was bad or kids, I try to fix that now and don't say, like, I don't want to hear, I don't try to say certain things to kids, because that stuff sticks in their mind. And if you tell a kid they're bad all the time, what you think they're going to grow, like, in their mind, they're going to feel, what you going to think of what they think about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's just a better way to correct that, or switch that around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure.
And when you said earlier about, what did you just say about the why?
The why, yeah.
Yes, because I found out that it's so important to figure out why a kid is doing something, because if even adults, why we do certain things.
Yeah.
Because if you never figure out the why, there's never going to be a solution to the problem.
Exactly.
You're never going to be able to figure out, all right, how can we fix this? If you don't figure out the why, we just always think that we supposed to just, a kid is a kid, you know, a kid is a kid and they supposed to listen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like, the way like our grandparents and parents and all stuff, nothing against them, they did the best they could. But, you know, I don't think that the way they parented was the best. You know? Like, I just feel like things could have been better. You know, and they think, oh, because you're a kid, you're not supposed to ask questions. No, actually, that's what kids do.
Exactly.
They ask questions.
Supposed to ask questions.
You know, and my therapist kind of helped me and showed me there's certain things, yes, at a certain age, no, a kid shouldn't have to worry about or deal with. But you explain to them, listen, like, there were certain questions my kids were asking me. You know what I'm saying? Even about our divorce, even about life in general.
Yeah.
And they're not of age yet to know that. You know, like, my daughter asked me, and I'm gonna say this on camera. Like, my daughter asked me, like, mommy, did daddy cheat on you with such and such? Or whatever. And I'm like, I didn't know how to answer that, because I'm like, she a kid, you know. And literally, it's just certain things you tell them, listen, you know what I'm saying? Maybe when you get a certain age, we could talk about this, but you don't have to worry about this right now. You know what I'm saying? I love you. Your daddy love you. sometimes things don't work out and move on. It's not everything is not meant. First of all, a child shouldn't have to worry about adult problems.
Yeah.
That's
period.
1. 2, I don't feel like they should be left in the dark as well.
Yeah.
Like about things, because that's how kids grow up and they're gonna try to start going to figure it out on their own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
that builds resentment against
your parent. And be honest with your kids. Like, we want to lie. No, don't lie to your kids. I'll be honest with my children. Like, with my kids. No, I don't, you know, I'm honest with them.
Yeah.
You know, because eventually they're gonna find out the truth, and then I would rather it come from me than I'm hearing
somebody
it
else.
from
Yeah.
else outside in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah.
No, I think that's really good. And one, it's good on you for raising your kids that way to where they feel comfortable asking you, because not everybody has that relationship with their parents.
Yeah.
But I think being honest with your kids, even at like a younger age, I don't know. I feel like my mom did that, and she was honest with a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe something she probably could have left out, but she could have left out a lot of things. But for the most part, I appreciated her for being honest. Because then I wasn't like, I don't know how to describe it, but I just appreciate the honesty in her letting me know, like, okay, you're mature enough to ask, this question or whatever. I'm gonna give you the mature answer and see if you're ready for it.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that growing up, and felt like it was great that I could have that relationship to where I could talk to her about boys or sex and things like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was in my era of rebellion and being bad and just trying to fit in with other people. And my older sister, she was a snitch.
And stitches get stitches.
But she did it because she cared about me, which is great. But then I feel like once she did that, she became like a second parent. And I'm like, I might as well just tell my mom.
I was about to say,
I might as well. So, yeah. Yeah, she's behind the camera, guys. But no, she did it because she cared about me, obviously. But I'm like, if she gonna snitch, I might as well just tell my mom anyway.
Oh, this brings up a good point. I'm so glad that you just said that, because my brother always be like, stop, like, to be telling the kids, like, stop snitching. And then I be like, no, don't tell them that. Like, don't stop telling them to stop snitching, because one, it could be something that need to be told, and they not gonna tell because they think that, they're going to get in trouble for coming to tell. I'm like, no. I always tell my kids, no, if something need to be told, you tell. Because it could save your sister life, your cousin life. You know what I'm saying? And they could be something that could be doing really that can be putting them in danger. Also, when you tell a kid, oh, you don't tell on nobody too, there could be things that you never know that happen behind closed doors that they need to tell, and they're not going to tell because they think they're going to get in trouble if they say something.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? No, like, I think that's another dumb thing that we got to stop telling kids. Like, I don't know, girl.
Yeah,
I was like...
No, I definitely agree. Especially things that need to be told for sure.
Yeah.
So...
yeah.
That's a lot.
I always be like, baby, I think I'm too undone. Like, I don't know if I want anymore.
I want.
No, yes, kids is a beautiful thing, and I hope you do have kids one day.
I go back and forth on it, and the only reason, I guess, for one, the economy, for one, for me.
Yeah.
That's like the number one. But I feel like, I'm God's child, and my kids will be God's children, so I can't really worry about that. But then, like, another thing is, like, the dating pool and, like, the way that everything is going now. I feel like I would prefer to be married before I have kids. And it's just, the dating pool is not.
You should. I mean, technically, we supposed to be. I mean, like, if we live according to God's word, we are supposed to be married,
and that's what I want to be obedient
to. And I don't think nothing is wrong with that. Like, I think you should actually, like, wait till you get married.
Yeah.
Don't let this world be stressed.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Like, don't let the world make you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, no kind of way. If you want to wait, there's somebody who will wait. Like, I cannot. So I want to be honest about something. Like, I almost, like, I practice abstinence. So for those who you don't know, because I've had somebody ask, which is okay, because I know everybody don't understand. Abstinence is just no sex until marriage or whatever. That's my journey. Some people do abstaining just for, like, fasting.
Yeah.
Or but me personally, mine is not to mesh, just because I want to honor. Girl, it won't come out. I'm abstaining because I want to honor God, and I was in a tough situation, and I'll never want to feel that again. Soul ties is real, y'all. Okay,
very real.
So that's another thing. So I almost let like the world convince me like that. Oh, I'm never gonna meet somebody or never gonna get married again because I'm abstaining. Like, that I have to bow down to culture's rules.
Exactly.
And no,
you don't have to do that.
I don't have to do that. Like, I'm going to abstain. And if there's somebody who want to be with me, if the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I believe that we can choose our spouse, but God has to be in the middle of that also too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We have to include him and make sure he says it's okay as well. But I feel like God prepare somebody for me who would be doing the same thing, because I would hope my husband is abstaining as well. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And no, like, we don't have to bow down to the world, you know what I'm saying, to culture. No, there's men out here that are abstaining, and that I found it's a whole abstinence group, girl. Like, yes, it's like, it's a whole it's like they have a whole abstaining group, and like they do meetings and stuff, like they have like
about
events,
like the
struggles and stuff like that.
No, I think that would be.
And I follow them on Instagram. It's out of state, it's not here, but they do not festivals, but like big events in different states or whatever. So like people travel and go, like, just to talk about the struggles, and just being in a group of people who are abstaining. So it's people out here. Yeah, you just gotta go find them.
No, for sure.
Like, it's people out here. So don't let nobody like confine. Do not confine, like God said, don't confine to this world. And like the world will try to make you feel like, oh, waiting until you get married is insane. And no, that's how it should be, actually. Yeah, you're being obedient,
right? And I think because it'll be almost a year that I've been absent. It'll be a year next month, actually.
Period. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, and it stemmed from like a bad breakup or whatever, situationship, whatever you want to call it. But I think initially I was just taking a break, just in general. I'm like, I need to really tap into myself. But the more like I got into my Bible and stuff, I'm like, now that I have read the word, like, I need to live by it. Yeah. And I think that's one of the things I've been working on this year, is trying to be more obedient. Yeah. So even like changing my wardrobe, like bathing suits and stuff. Like I wore my first, it was like a dress bathing suit, probably as long as my dress now. That's my first time ever wearing a bathing suit with not having anything, boobs or anything out. What else have I been doing? The way that I speak, trying not to like cuss and things like that. Yeah, what I'm watching. So it's been a struggle. Like, I haven't been perfect this year, but that's something I said I made a point for me to change and kind of be more obedient. Yeah. But coming into that, that's what made me, kind of have a reason to want to wait until marriage and stuff like that. But sometimes I do get nervous about, what if I do meet somebody and, I feel like I don't want to say, because they wouldn't be perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I'm like, what if they check off all these boxes, but that's like the one thing
that they don't want to wait?
Yeah, and I know, like, of course, that wouldn't be my person, because if I want to wait, then they should want to wait too.
Wanting to wait, yeah.
But I'll be watching TikTok.
It's like a heartbreaker, right? Like a sting.
Yeah, I know.
But like, so okay, so now that we talking, because we might as well open.